All right, what is the difference between simple carbs versus complex carbs, and when to use them? Now, I'm not I'm not a doctor. This isn't my specialty to know exactly. But I can tell you one thing, you know, complex carbs would be things like potato, rice, oatmeal, things that are going to be a little heartier, longer lasting, slower digesting. You know, simple carbs are going to be more things like sugars, juices, even fruit, or candy, or muffin. Those are going to digest a lot faster. So I would use those closer to my workout. Like I have a muffin pre-workout, so it goes to work faster. It's not even going to have a chance to store because it's going to break down faster. I'm going to use it faster, and it's going to be in and out of my system. So my dog is having a toy spasm right now. He loves making these things squeak. But back to the question, you would have your complex carbs, I say, earlier in the day with breakfast, when you're going to need that sustained energy to go to work, or to do you know, longer lasting activities. If you're going to run later on, or if you're going to train, if you're going to mow the lawn, things like that, you're going to need more sustained energy. So I would have, you know, my oatmeal in the morning, or cream of rice, or, you know, and this gets a lot more complicated as well, because certain things that might be considered a complex carb, depending on how it's prepared, it can quickly turn into a simple carb. Like pasta, like if you overcook pasta, it breaks down even faster, and turning into like a simple carb. Same thing with like a sweet potato. If you overcook a sweet potato, it turns into like the sweetest thing in the world, and it breaks down faster. And that's kind of where the you know, the glycemic index, the measurement of that kind of changes with how the food is cooked, how it's prepared. So I shouldn't really get too deep into that, because again, that's not my specialty, but I know enough that I can say that when it's overcooked, it becomes almost like a simple carb. So I would have complex carbs when I need longer sustained energy, and I would have simple carbs when I need it immediately, or when I need like recovery, have it immediately after. Oftentimes, like today, after a workout, I would have, you know, 50 grams of whey and 50 grams of juice, like a pineapple juice with the shake, something to help with recovery. Some people would use Vitargo or one of those types of powdered carbs, but I tend to use more just juice, fruit juice, or Gatorade with my post-workout shake. So that is the best way I can describe the difference between complex and simple carbs and how you'd use them. Hope it helps. Alright, this is the Boston Mass. Thanks again for watching. Now, if you're not subscribing, subscribe now. Tell all your friends to subscribe. If you haven't, do it now. Alright?